Once you connect that, I'll turn the microphone on. All right, welcome. We're live here in Young Arena in Waterloo, Iowa. Little technical difficulties to get us going here on the broadcast. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first period. The Bucks have jumped out to a 3-0 lead. So looking good so far. Claypool with the shot. And nice save by the Waterloo goaltender. They are running the clock, so it's 16-minute periods, it looks like. Running clock. I imagine the second or third period will be stop clock, but we'll see. A couple games of friendlies here. So we've got Kiger, Dirksen, and Whitland on the front line, and Malang and Van Eyten are the defenders. Whitland controlling. Looks to find Dirksen on the back door, can't connect. Nice step by Van Eyten to hold it in. Waterloo looks to clear, cannot. Puck comes loose. Dirksen controlling for now. Looks to move it over to Kiger and broken up nicely by the Blackhawks defense. Bucks regroup and send it on down the ice. Blackhawks looking to break it out. Pass picked off by Dirksen. Van Eyten steps to support, and it's iced down. Waved off. Malang picks it up. Malang finds Dirksen, can't control the pass. Dirksen puts it on deep to Smith. Smith controlling. Looking for Long in the high slot. The Bucks can't hold, and we've got an offsides. Bucks have had a couple weekends off, and glad to be back on the ice here for a doubleheader with the Waterloo Blackhawks before heading out to Sioux Falls next weekend. Capper controlling his own end. Can't connect with Claypool. Smith controlling on forward to Long across the Blackhawks blue line. Claypool carries it out of the corner. Shot, pad save. Nice look there for George. Blackhawks passing attempt intercepted by Long to Claypool. And the Blackhawks carry it out to center ice. Nice stick by Freddie Capper to break that up. Risselman plays it forward. And we got an offsides. Again, 3-0. Bucks on top with 7:28 in the first period. Gladson, Whitland, and Hicklin are the forwards. Puck's live, 50-50 puck. Van Eyten carries it into the offensive zone. Shot, pass save, live rebound. Blackhawks clear it away. They carry it out. Nice step by Malang. Toe drag, shot, and a goal. Bucks lead 4-0. Nice look there for Brooks Malang. Saw an opportunity to step up, intercepted it. Toe drag and a snipe upper left corner for Brooks Malang. Bucks lead 4-0 with 6:54 left in the first period. Gladson on the draw, wins it back to Van Eyten. Carries it across center ice. Nice job protecting the puck there. Shot from the high slot, blocked out front. Rebound, Hicklin quick to get it. Nice pass to the point to Malang. Shot comes out, blocked out front by hit the back of Gladson. And now she goes to battle there underneath the goal line. Van Eyten with a nice hold down to Gladson. One-on-one battle there on the boards. The Hawks come away with it for now, and the puck comes out to the neutral zone. And the Bucks quickly move it back in. Widland picks it up. Shot. Hits the chest of the Blackhawks goaltender. Hicklin controlling in the right corner. Gladson heads to the net. Nice look there by Hicklin. Comes back out to Malang. Malang looks for Dirksen, intercepted momentarily. And the Bucks are going to go off for a line change. Dirksen controlling and turns it over to the Hawks, who come back the other way. Played out to the point. Shot and gloved down nicely by Brody Everett. Just his second shot of the game, and he made that one look easy. Claypool controlling, looks for Dirksen, can't find him. Dirksen slashes the back of the defender. And we got an icing call here. No, an offside, excuse me. Tiger, Claypool, and Dirksen are the forwards. Capper and Risselman on defense. Bucks win the draw. Excuse me, the Blackhawks dump it in. Capper plays it around to Dirksen. Looks to spring Tiger loose. He does. Tiger looks for Claypool, finds him, and Claypool is going to have a breakaway if he hurries. Nice rebound there by the Hawks. Played out front. Dirksen on the rebound. Blocked out front again. Capper controlling to Dirksen. Back to Capper. Back to Dirksen. Pad saved by the Blackhawks goaltender. Dirksen controlling. Finds Capper. Nice look. Shot wide. Dirksen battling one-on-one there. Looks to find Claypool. They can't connect. Capper holds it in. Back to Claypool. Claypool's got some time and space. Ring around the Rosie. Still controlling. Shot, save, rebound, goal. Bucks on top 5-0. Dirksen with the goal. Claypool with the assist. 4:55 left in the first period. Bucks on top 5-0. Looks like they're stopping the clock after each goal. Smith, Long, and Hicklin are the forwards. Long comes away with the draw. Offsides. .448 and counting. Bucks on top 5-0. Brody Everett's faced just 2 shots so far. He's probably getting cold feet. Nice D-to-D pass. Van Eyten carries it across the blue line. Nice look to Smith. Bucks outnumbered by the Hawks there beneath the goal line. The Hawks are going to carry it out. Across the Bucks blue line. Shot, glove down, live rebound. Smith gets it out of harm's way, plays it off the boards to Long. Long one hands it out to center ice, and the Hawks go back on the offensive attack. Puck caroms out to center ice. Played on forward to Fitzpatrick. Finds the Hawks player on the back door. Shot a foot wide of the net. Grade A scoring chance there. Malang carries it out. We got an offsides. 3:36 left in the first period. Bucks on top 5-0. Gladson, Claypool, and Widland are the forwards. Capper and Risselman. Played back to Risselman. Moved on forward to Gladson. The Bucks are really moving the puck nicely so far today. They've got quite a bit of time and space here against a much smaller and younger club in the Blackhawks. Puck comes all the way down to the Bucks end. Capper rims it around to Woodland. He picks it up. Broken up there by the Blackhawks winger, and Risselman can't connect with Claypool, and that's going to be a nice no. It's waved off. Claypool wins the race. Woodland setting up shop. Helmet save, rebound, pad save, another pad save. Woodland gets knocked down. 2-on-2 battle there behind the Hawks net. Gladson controlling for now, finds Claypool. Claypool controlling in the high slot. Still controlling, comes out, pad save, and squeezed off by the Blackhawks netminder. Big save there. We got a line change. Tiger, Dirksen, and Long are the forwards. Van Eyten and Malang. Tiger on the draw, back to Dirksen. Shot, pad save, live rebound, and is quickly covered up by the Blackhawks netminder. Nice face-off win by Tiger. Get it back to Dirksen in a quick shot. Long crashing the net for a rebound, but the Hawks netminder there to cover that one up. Long is going to pick it up in the right corner, plays it back to Malang, just out of his reach, and Van Eyten comes over to retrieve it. Plays it across ice to Malang. Malang over to Long, and springs loose for a breakaway. He's got Dirksen on the back door, and that's going to be a nice one-timer there. Great look by Long, and that's going to be the first period hat trick for Dirksen. Bucks on top 6-0. He owes that one to Brody Long with a nice backdoor look there. Completely unselfish play by Long. Tic-tac-toe there by the Bucks forwards. Bucks on top 6-0, 1:20 left in the first period. Capper comes away with it, and we got an offsides. Anything that's remotely close to offsides is going to be blown down, you see. 1:03 left in the first period, Bucks on top 6-0. Capper dumps it in, and the Bucks go to work. Retrieved by the Hawks defender. Nice hold there by Risselman. Risselman carries it in. Looking for Dirksen there in the slot. Can't connect. Capper steps. Controls. Plays it out front. Broken up nicely by the Blackhawks. Nice step there by Risselman. Played on cross to Capper. Capper over to Dirksen, just over his stick. And that's going to be a nice 20 seconds left in the first period. And with the running clock, that's probably going to do it for the first period. Bucks on top 6-0, leading in shots 18-3. The Bucks scramble to get another draw in. Smith on the draw, and that's going to do it. We'll pause for another minute here as the both teams will get a talking to from the coaches, and we'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we are back. Tip of the cap to the DJ here. Got a little Ozzy Osbourne here. It's a good 1980s music. This might have been 90s technically, but Ozzy's all the way back to the 70s for sure. 16 minutes back on the board. Smith, Hicklin, and Claypool are the forwards. Nice draw win by Smith, D to D. Van Eyten plays it off the boards back to Smith. Broken up nicely by the Hawks defenders. And Van Eyten's going to dump it in, and Smith and Hicklin are going to go in and forecheck. Rimmed around. Van Eyten steps. Nice hold there. Plays it down into the corner to Smith. Backhanded nicely to Claypool. Some good puck movement here. Hawks look to come away with it. And got a 2-on-2 battle here in the left boards. Chipped up, but not out. Van Eyten steps. Blocked out front. Hicklin. Shot from the point. Hits the side of the net. Claypool picks up the rebound. Coming around looking for Smith in the slot. Broken up nicely by the Hawks defenders. And they play it on out to center ice. Fitzpatrick for Waterloo carries it across the blue line. Shot, stick save, and covered up nicely by Everett. And we got a whistle. We go from Ozzy Osbourne to Taylor Swift. I like the variety here. This is a little bit of a dark song from Taylor, though, so it is kind of synonymous with the Ozzy song. So I appreciate the play there. All right, we got Gladson on the draw. Long and Widlin are the forwards. Capper and Risselman paired up. And gloved down by Everett. We got another whistle. 14:30 left in the second period. Bucks on top 6-0. I know Brody appreciates a little bit of action there in the net, so he's gotten a couple shots already here in the second. Capper backhands it out of the zone. Long goes to battle there at center ice. Capper steps up to support, comes away with it, and the Bucks got a 3-on-2. Capper coming on the left wing side. Broken up nicely by the Waterloo Blackhawks. Gladson turns it over, picks it up, plays it out to Capper at the point. Capper, shot, finds Long in the back door, stick save, and the Hawks come away with it. And they rush it out of the zone. Cross ice, pass broken up nicely by Risselman. Hawks still controlling. Gladson carries it out of the Bucks end. Cross center ice. Across the Hawks blue line, weaving, steps, shot, big save, live rebound into the corner, and the Bucks play it out. Malang goes to control, picks it up, plays it on nicely to Long. Long plays it on forward to Gladson, back to Long. Malang steps, walks it in, top of the circle, shot. Nice deflection there by Gladson, wide of the net. And the Hawks come away with it. Nice breakout pass there. Dirksen steps, breaks that up initially. And now the Hawks are going to carry it out. Shot, stick save. Hawks controlling. Shot, blocked out front by Malang. Dirksen picks it up. Claypool darting, looking. Dirksen dumps it in, and the Bucks are going to go to work on the forecheck. Broken up by Claypool. Hawks break it up, and they chip it up and out. Risselman controlling. Finds Kiger. Kiger carries it into the Hawks end. Beautiful drop pass. Claypool shot. Blocker saved by the Hawks goaltender. Nice step by Capper. Can't hold it in, and the Hawks come back the other way. Hawks controlling. Broken up by Smith at center ice. Dirksen and Smith team up to carry it into the offensive zone. Risselman steps, finds Claypool on the back door. Can't control it. Claypool controlling. A couple nice moves there. Hawks break it up. And the Bucks are going to find themselves shorthanded. Dirksen decided to check somebody. And Capper touches it up, and we got a whistle. Dirksen's going to see if he can change the ref's mind, and it doesn't look like he won. He's a heck of a salesman, but I don't think he's going to change his mind on that one. 11:05 left in the second period. Bucks on top, 6-0. Penalty killers will be Smith and Claypool on forward, Malang and Van Eyten on defense. Smith wins the draw. Malang chips it up, but not out. Malang retrieves it, gets it back, carries it out of the zone, looks to find Claypool. Pass a little too hot to handle. One hand, it's forward to Smith. Smith controlling, comes out to the slot. Backhander by Claypool, just wide of the net. Smith controlling behind the Hawks net, killing off some precious power play time. Smith still controls. Plays it over to Claypool. Broken up by the Hawks, and they look to carry it out of the zone. Smith breaks it up. Claypool's got a chance. Shot, pad saved by the Hawks goaltender. Big save. Just 35 seconds left on this power play, and the Bucks have really controlled the play so far. Hawks carried out, and they got a 2-on-1. Can't control. Van Eyten comes away with it. Plays it on forward to Claypool. To Widland. Back to Claypool, and a 1-on-1 the other way. Claypool looks to gain a step. Does. Backhand, pad save. Rissleman controlling. And that's going to do it for the Hawks power play. Great kill there by the Bucks. Dirksen comes off. It's exchanged for Hicklin. 5-on-5. Hicklin picks it up. Carries it around his own goaltender. Plays it on forward to Malang. Malang to Gladson. Gladson comes down 1-on-1. Might have a step. Shot in the goal. Upper left corner of the net. And Gladson with a snipe. A lot of room upstairs there. Bucks on top, 7-0. .854 left in the second period. Bucks on top, 7-0. Gladson on the draw, so strong it goes all the way back into the Bucks' end. Rissleman picks it up, carries it on the backhand, slash, no call, goes down. Hawks look to control. Shot from the slot, left pad saved by Everett. Rissleman carries it around the boards. Hicklin picks it up. Held in by the Hawks defender. Played across ice to Widland, carries it out to the neutral zone. Strong rush here across the Hawks blue line. Looks to backhand it to the center of the net. Broken up nicely by the Hawks. Gladson retrieves it in her own end. Off the boards to Capper. Cross ice to Long, and Long's got a step and a breakaway. 2-on-0. Shot, stick save. Nice look there by Brody Long. And the Hawks come away with it. Capper to Claypool. Carries it across the blue line. Claypool, nice toe drag. Shot, stick save. This Hawks goaltender's battling. Long can't control, and it's iced down, and we're going to have a whistle. 7:44 and running. Bucks on top, 7-0 over the Hawks. Tiger, Long, and Claypool are the forwards. Malang and Van Eyten on defense. Nice save there by the Hawks goaltender. Claypool controlling. Carries it across center ice, across the blue line. Looks to Center it to Long, broken up nicely by the Hawks defense. They rim it around. Malang with a nice step. Hawks played it around the other side. Van Eyten stepping. Can't get there. Played on forward. Tiger looks to break up the attack and does nicely. Long to Malang. Malang off the boards. Broken up by the Hawks to go the other way. Van Eyten picks it up off the boards. Long retrieves it and dumps it in. He's going to come off for a change, get some fresh skaters out there. Van Eyten on the forecheck. Smith steps. Held in by Woodland. And Malang fires it in, and Claypool comes off for Dirksen. Risselman controlling. Woodland picks it up. Plays it across ice to Malang. Malang chips it off the boards to himself. Shot, stick save, hit the butt end of the stick. Risselman steps. Plays it around to Malang. Both defenders getting into the action here. Malang looks to fire it out front, broken up nicely by the Hawks. Dirksen and Woodlands team up to stymie the Hawks breakout. Played on to Woodland. Woodland to Dirksen. Collision there by Capper and Smith, and the Hawks have a breakaway. Woodland on a strong back check breaks that up nicely. Risselman overskates it. Hawks played out in front. Little sloppy play on the Bucks here in their end of the ice, but they got away with it. Hawks controlling. Risselman rims it around. Finds Dirksen. Dirksen carries it out. Cross center ice. Broken up nicely by the Hawks defense, who go the other way. Risselman to Hicklin. Hicklin carries across the blue line. Nice drop pass to Dirksen. Dirksen controlling around the net. Nice step there by Van Eyten. And the Hawks go the other way. Nice back check by Van Eyten. Carries it across the blue line. He's got a step. Shot, had save, live. Gladson on the rebound, and it's swallowed up by the Hawks goaltender. Nice save there. 4:10 left in the second. Bucks on top, 7-zip. Gladson on the draw. Hicklin and Long are the wingers. Long comes away with it. Scramble in front. Shot wide of the net. Gladson picks it up off the boards. Out to the point to Malang. Shot comes in real high. Gloved down nicely by the Hawks goaltender. Thought about playing it, but a quick whistle, and we'll have another draw to the right of the Hawks netminder. Bucks on top, 7-zip. 3:27 and running in the second period. Back to Malang. Malang with the slapper. Nice save by the Hawks goaltender. No rebound. Bucks controlling shots 29-7. 3 minutes in the second. Gladson in the draw to Long. Long pulls it to the forehand. Off the glove. Off the crossbar. Puck's live. Pad save by the goaltender. Big save there by the Hawks netminder. Malang steps. Plays it out to the front, backdoor to Hicklin. Shots wide of the net. Van Eyten steps, controlling in the corner. Looks to play it out front, broken up out front, and the Hawks come away with it. Broken up nicely by Malang. Malang carries it out of his own end, cross center ice, across the blue line. Tries to dipsy-doodle through three players, cannot. And the Hawks come away with it. The Bucks decide to go off for a change. Tiger looks to play it. Puck comes out to center ice. Risselman over to Claypool. Collision. Both players go down. D to D. Hawks looking to break it out. Kiger tried to break that one up, couldn't. And the Bucks come away with it. Woodland pursuing. Risselman goes to work there. Kiger in for support. We got a battle in the neutral zone. Who's going to come away with it? Risselman controls for now for the Bucks. Looks to play it across ice to Woodland. Can't connect. And the Hawks clear it back out into the neutral zone. Van Eyten controlling. Nice look to Kiger. Kiger's got a chance. Sticked aside by the netminder, and Hawks rim it around the left wing boards. Nice hold by Risselman. Shot long range. Stick aside up into the glass, into the left corner. Claypool controls the rebound, battling here in the corner. Plays it out to the slot to Kiger. Puts it on his forehand. Shot wide of the net. Claypool controlling. He's got a lot of time behind the net. Looks to do a Michigan. Broken up by the Waterloo Club. They rim it around. And that puck's going to come all the way out to center ice. Smith controlling. Plays it across ice to Risselman. Risselman back to Smith. Smith loses it. Claypool controls at center ice. Carries it across center ice. Over the blue line. Looking to move through about 4 guys. Cannot. Kapler step. Shot wide of the net. Waterloo looks to clear. Cannot. Dirksen controlling. Collision. Smith comes away with it. Rimmed around. Held up nicely by Risselman. Risselman goes to work. Hicklin steps back to cover for him on defense. Dirksen and Risselman battling in the corner. Dirksen comes away with it. Smith setting up in the slot. One-timer off the pipe. Great look there, and that's a horn. End of the second period. Bucks on top 7-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, we are back. Smith on the draw. Hicklin and Dirksen are the wingers. Malang comes away with it, plays it on forward to Hicklin, carries it across the blue line. Malang controlling, broken up by the Hawks, who come back the other way, and a nice breakout pass there, and a 2-on-2 the other way. Hawks carry it across the Bucks blue line. Controlled there in the corner. Malang breaks it up, and he's going to carry it out of the zone. Takes his time. He's got some options. Plays it across ice to Dirksen. Dirksen looks for Smith. Can't connect. Van Eyten, backhand, held in by Hicklin. Shot, blocked out front, and sticked out into the neutral zone. Capper regroups, plays it over nicely to Van Eyten. Van Eyten off the boards to Dirksen. Dirksen controlling for now. turns it over, and the Hawks look to break it out. Capper controlling, makes its way over to the left corner. Dirksen controls there. Turns it over to the Hawks. And the Hawks come away with it, and it's going to make its way out to the neutral zone. Hicklin carries it back into the O-zone. Broken up. Hicklin retrieves it, battling there in the right corner. Hawks come away with it, rim it around. Capper steps. Really like the way the Bucks defenders are stepping up. Widlin gets checked from behind. No call. Good to see he pops right back up. Gladson controlling. We've got ourselves a 3-on-0 if we hurry. Puck squirts loose to Long. He's got a breakaway. Shot. Puts it up into the glass. May have hit the left shoulder of the goaltender. Long controls his own rebound. Plays it out to Gladson. Squeaks loose to Widlin. Backhand just wide of the net. Long nearly banged that home on a backdoor pass. Nice forecheck there by Long. Widlin finds Long out front and shot just wide. And the Hawks look to break it out. They can't. A little bit of a double team there. Widlin and Long teaming up there on a really strong forecheck. Long plays it out to Capper. Capper finds Widlin, pops just over his stick. Widlin retrieves it, plays it on down to Gladson. Hawks come away with it. Out into the slot. 1-T by Widlin, wide of the net. Gladson picks it up, finds Long, fans on the shot. Now out to Risselman. Bucks are really buzzing right now. Gladson controlling, plays it out to the high slot to Widlin. Shot hits the side of the net. Long picks that one up. Hawks come away with it. They're going to try to clear it. And they successfully get it out to center ice. Both teams are probably ready for a line change. Capper's got Claypool and Widlin. They go in on a 2-on-0. Shot, pad save. And the Hawks come back the other way. Van Eyten breaks that pass up nicely. And we've got a whistle. Little Dr. Dre here. Early 90s rap music. And Tiger's going to go in the box for 90 seconds. 8:35 left in the third period. The Bucks are shorthanded. Smith and Dirksen are the forwards, I believe. No. Smith and Claypool. Van Eyten and Malang. 8:26 left in the third period. Bucks on top 6-0. Smith controlling. Claypool's breaking out loose. Smith finds him. Can't handle the hot pass there. Sticked aside by the Hawks goaltender. Hawks play it on forward. Malang breaks that up. Off the boards. Hawks controlling. Fitzpatrick carries it across the ice and gloved down easily by Everett, and we got ourselves a whistle. 7:50 and counting in the third period. Bucks on top 6-0. All right, I guess I've lost track of what the score actually is. The scoreboard says 6, but at this stage we've stopped counting.
6-goal differential on scoreboard.
Okay. Van Eyten plays it on over to Malang. Malang out to Claypool. Hawks carried in the other way. Shot sticked aside easily by Everett. Hawks control the rebound. Centering pass, can't connect. Karam's back over into the left corner. Played out to the point. The Bucks looking a little lackadaisical here on this penalty kill. With the big lead, may have lost some motivation a bit. Hawks come in, shot blocked out front nicely by Smith. Malang finds Dirksen, and they're going to call an offsides. Five-on-five action here with 6:26 left in the third period. 6:20 and counting. Gladson, Long, and Dirksen are the forwards. Capper and Risselman on defense. Gladson wins it back to Risselman, to Capper, to Long. 3-on-3 the other way. Long gets checked, breaks the check. Dirksen lining up in the slot. 1T, puck was waffling just a bit. Goes into the left corner, played on out to Long. Beautiful look to Gladson. Blocker save. Long controlling the rebound, finds Capper. The Bucks got four offensive attackers. Gladson comes back to play the point. Capper controlling in the corner, carries it out, comes out to Gladson. Gladson's shot, stick to side, and the Hawks fire it out of the defensive end. Capper off the boards to Long, hops over his stick, and Gladson's going to go to work on the forecheck. Risselman steps, finds Dirksen in the high slot. He can't control the pass. He picks up the live puck, and it's sticked out into the neutral zone. Malang picks it up to Long, to Gladson, to Dirksen. He carries it in. A shot and a blocker save. Big save there by the Waterloo goaltender, who's continued to battle all day. Long to Dirksen. Dirksen to Gladson, back to Long. Long controlling. Nice look to the point to Malang. Off the skates. Back to Long. And the Hawks come away with it. And they're able to clear it out. And that's going to be an icing. All right, 4:08 left in the third, 4:07 and counting. Tiger, Hicklin, and Widlin are the forwards. Malang plays it across ice to Van Eyten. He's got his head up, finds Tiger. Tiger carrying it in. Couple dangles, plays it back to Malang. Shot from the point. Hits the butt-in stick of the goaltender again. Van Eyten down in the corner, plays it over to Widlin. Widlin to Van Eyten. Big save by the Waterloo goaltender. Van Eyten saw a chance to snipe 5-hole there, and the Blackhawks goaltender closed that up quickly. Collision there, and we got an offsides. 3:30 left in the third period, and the ref's going to call interference there. I think that was, a pretty innocent-looking play, and the Bucks are going to find themselves short-handed again. I'm not sure I agree with that penalty, but nobody asked me. Smith and Claypool are the forwards. Risselman and Capper are the defenders. Claypool comes away with it, carries it out to center ice, across the Hawks blue line, broken up by the Hawks defenders, and the Hawks come back the other way, and they chip it out to center ice. Capper calmly picks that up, surveys his options, finds Smith, carries it across the Hawks blue line, plays it across to Claypool, and a big pad save, and a rebound, and a backhander, and a goal. Smith picks up the rebound, and the Bucks capitalize there on a shorthanded goal. .252 left in the third period, 59 seconds remaining on this penalty kill. And Bucks have registered 39 shots to Waterloo's 7. Risselman controlling, ships it over to Dirksen, just out of his reach. And Dirksen and Long go to work. Dirksen to Long, Long controlling, looking to find Dirksen on the back door, and the Hawks break that up nicely. And they carry it out to center ice, and they've broken that up nicely, and puck makes its way into the corner. Hawks forward loses an edge. Long controlling, plays it on up to Capper. Capper carries it across the blue line, protecting it nicely, carries it on the backhand. He's got a couple of Bucks players there in the slot, broken up by the Hawks netminder, and the Hawks come back the other way. Hawks looking for their first tally of the morning. Risselman plays it over to Long. Dirksen just out of his reach, and he one-hands it into the Hawks' end, and 4 fresh skaters for the Bucks, 5 fresh skaters, and turned over at the blue line there, and Kiger comes away with it, coming in with some speed. Plays it over to Gladson. Gladson with a bad angled shot. May have hit the crossbar. Referee says no goal. Van Eyten controlling. Puts it in deep to Kiger. Looks to play a little give and go. Can't connect. 1:19 left in the third period. Malang controlling. Surveying his options. Plays it over nicely to Hicklin. Hicklin fires it over to Kiger, but that's broken up before it can get there, and Hawks controlling with just 1 minute left in the third period. Nice step by Malang. Malang's got Kiger out front and a backhand and a goal. Nice look there by Brooks Malang, and a great deke there by Kiger, and Bucks get another tally. Official score is 10-0, 9-0. Official score, we believe, is 9-0. With 53 seconds left, they did stop the clock after that goal. Smith to Dirksen. Dirksen to Claypool. Shot, blocker save. Claypool picks up his own rebound. Forehand shot off a pad to the rebound, and Smith snipes. Dirksen to Claypool to Smith on the goal. Hawks controlling. Risselman breaks that up. Clock's not running for some bizarre reason. Capper picks it up. Timekeeper got a lot of help from the parents. Risselman picks it up. Off the boards to Dirksen. Dirksen plays it on forward to Claypool. That's broken up nicely by the Hawks defense. 20 seconds left in the third period. And the Bucks come out with a big win today. Dirksen and Smith are going to have a 2-on-1 to wrap this up. Shot, and that's blocked out front, up into the net. That's going to be a whistle, and that's going to do it. Bucks win with a landslide victory. We'll have a 15-minute break, and we'll have another game here. And hoping we can come out with just as strong of a victory. Brody Everett with a shutout win. We'll see you in 20 minutes.